Hi everybody, Giselle here. I just finished making some deliveries. I'm doing a little bit of part-time work on the side just for a little extra cash. Um, just one of those things I picked up that is actually kind of fun to do, where I pick up for restaurants and then I deliver to people's homes and apartments. And not only do I get exercise, but I get to know more about the area that I live in. So with Austin having such beautiful weather, it makes it so much easier to do and more enjoyable because I'm not out in the freezing cold like where I used to live. So, which was Idaho, and Idaho has its own natural beauty. And but as far as cold, it's a lot of times I make a joke, just give me a heat rock, right? So I feel myself really drawn to heat and to the ocean. And since my travels to the Bahamas, when I swam with wild dolphins, I've gotten a little spoiled with the pristine, translucent blue-green ocean, and seeing all the beautiful tropical fish and the starfish and the jellyfish, and it's just amazing. So I'm really drawn to that. And who knows where I will wind up. So life is an adventure, and more and more I'm realizing just how life is also a choice. And that's what I really want to talk about here, is how life really is a choice. I'm going to take these off because there's a glare on my glasses. Okay, there we go. Life is a choice, and you get to choose. And I want to elaborate on that a little bit more because, I think everybody goes through a time in their life where they feel like they're not getting anywhere. They're spinning their wheels. They're like a dog chasing their tail. And I may have mentioned this before. It's certainly been a feeling that I've experienced in my life. And I'm still there. I mean, as long as we're continually growing, the idea is to spiral up in your growth. And if you feel yourself slipping back down, you might want to stop and think, well, wait a minute, does this feel good here? Chances are it doesn't. So you want to think, okay, what can I do to start spiraling back up and toward where it is I really want to be in life and what it is I really want to do. And I've been noticing with some of the things I've been doing that having more choices with choosing my hours, how I work, and then the time freedom that seems to be opening up from that to dive into my business with plant-based nutrition and fun fitness and extreme self-care practices, it's really an amazing feeling. And that's really where I want to be. And as far as that choice of where I want to go in my life and what I want to experience. And there's been many times, and life is really funny, and I'm saying from my own experiences, but I'm also sharing this with you because everyone goes through it. And a lot of times it's real easy to get stuck in that same old pattern. And it feels like a rut. You feel like you're stuck. It's like you go to a job that you may not necessarily love. You're paying out the woohoo for bills and feeling like you're not going to get anywhere. You're living paycheck to paycheck in hopes that, well, one day you'll catch up. And then you don't have money to play, take time for yourself, much less any extra things you'd like to do, get a massage, whatever. And more and more I'm starting to realize that not only is life what you make it, and it's your attitude. I always say a good attitude versus a bad attitude, but it's real easy to fall into a rut. It's real easy to fall into a pattern, and I'm speaking truth here, my experience. And there again, I know I'm not the only one going through this. I know that so many people are struggling through this, and I just want to say that I do understand, and I want to encourage you and remind you, as I'm constantly reminding myself, is we can always do something different. And the only way things are going to change is is if we decide to do something different, right? I will also say that I am working with a coach. She's an incredible coach, and she helps to keep my butt in gear and on track, and it's helping me to realize some things. And I think a lot of times we need to take time and look at our life and look at our options and look at, okay, where am I really in my situation? And where am I limiting myself from moving forward? Now, for myself, I'm single, I'm unattached, and I love writing. I'm an author, I'm a speaker. I love speaking, I love sharing my passion. I love sharing about plant-based nutrition and how that can make you feel so much stronger and more alive in your body. And as I teach this, I continue to learn, I continue to grow, and I continue to benefit from not only what I'm learning, what I'm putting into play into my life, but also how I'm helping other people. But I think I went on a little tangent there. But okay, so that's where I'm at. But a lot of times people will say, okay, I have kids, I have a mortgage I have to pay for, I have a car payment, I have this I have to save up for, I have this, that, and the other thing, right? There's always going to be something. Always. It's just life. Things happen. So what do you do about it? Do you continue letting it hold you back and not living your dreams, not living a life that's fun and fulfilling? What do you do? Okay? If you feel like a victim, like you don't have a choice, stop it. You always have a choice. The only victim there is the one in your mind, and you can change that. And I know you've heard me say this before, that God did not make junk. And we are all children of God, or of a higher power. Call it what you will, same thing. Okay? And this energy, God force, higher power, did not create junk. So you are amazing, and you are part of that God spark, which is powerful, which means that you have a lot more power and choice than you give yourself credit for. Okay? So without going too much further on this, because I could really go on with this topic because it's near and dear to my heart. And we are all in this together. We're all growing. We're all learning. We all need to support each other in our growth and expansion. And that's one of the things that I do as a healthy living coach is, I support and I encourage you. And not only in your how you feel in your body, how you look in your body, but just day-to-day life, just different things that come at you that, we all need some help and encouragement. It's okay to ask for that, and we're not alone. You're not alone. Yes, there's God, there's higher power, and it is my belief that we have a lot of helpers that are in the non-physical realm. Okay, angels and guides and such like that. There's been too many times whenever I couldn't do things, like the simplest things, like finding the hole in my ear to put my earring on and trying to get the backing, finding the backing to meet with the other side once I got it in the hole, and kind of fussing with it and not getting anywhere and going, okay, angels, okay, guys, I need some help here. And as soon as I ask, boom, there it is. Simple things. It's like we need to remember that we are not alone. You are never, never alone. And then, of course, to have that physical support of somebody who loves and cares and encourages you and supports you and understands what you're going through is so important. So what I suggest to you, and this is your mission if you choose to accept it, no, nothing will explode in 10 seconds or whatever it is, or 60 seconds. But what I suggest to you is to really think about the choices you're making in your life. Look at your life. Think about, is it fulfilling? Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you happiness? Is it something you want to do? Is it something you feel like you have to do? So in other words, do you get to do, or do you have to do? Okay. If you have to do something that has very heavy energy and it's no fun and it sucks your life force because it sucks your joy, you don't have it. And believe me, I get this. I get this. My coach sees it in me and she's like, Giselle, you've changed. You've come so far in a couple of years. I don't know if you understand that, but just keep going. So look at that, really tune into how that feels. If it doesn't feel right, make some different choices, how you can make some changes, do things different. Some examples of that is I find that I have things packed, that because I'm actually renting a room right now, and I find things packed and it's heavy, it's a pain to carry around. I have heavy photo albums with a gazillion pictures that I don't look at, okay, just stuff like that, and it's like, why am I hanging on to this? You know, it's like, well, one day I'll get my own place and blah, 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 blah. It's like, why hang on to it? Get rid of it. Declutter. When you declutter your outside environment and clean up, you feel so much lighter in your body, and it does. Everything's connected, so you'll feel better in your body. So that's one of the things I suggest. So get rid of things, gift it, sell it, whatever. So lighten up, lighten up your load, and make sure and move. This is another reminder for myself, is when you're in front of the computer or you're sitting, you're driving, which, you know, I do a lot of driving, I do a lot of sitting and all that, and is to remind yourself to get up every once in a while and stretch, dance, something, even if it's just to go pee or get a glass of water and then come back and continue to work or whatever. Move, because your body needs movement, and you've heard the saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, the body is designed for movement. That's what strengthens your bones, strengthens your muscles, helps with your circulation, helps with your lymphatic system to move stuff out. Okay, so, and movement is very healing, and it keeps you feeling alive and flowing. It keeps everything flowing. Something else I would suggest is hot cold showers. Hot cold showers are very beneficial, and what that is when you're taking a shower, you make it really, really warm, or as hot as you can stand it. Shower, stand in that for like at least 30 seconds, and then turn it up as cold as you can take it. Do that for 30 seconds, even if you're hooping and hollering and screaming and all that. Do it, and then turn it back to as warm as you can, and do that for another 30 seconds, and do that for 7 times. And what this does is it helps with the circulation. So what's happening is the warmth is not only relaxing the muscles, but it's it's nice, warm, cozy, and everything. And when you do the cold, the blood rushes in as a survival mechanism to guard and protect, right? And then whenever you put it back on warm or hot again, then everything kind of relaxes again. So your blood is actually doing this like flush in, flush out, flush in, flush out, flush in, flush out, which is cleaning and clearing, and it's doing some amazing things for your whole body. And even though you might feel a little freaked out about the extremes, at the end of it, whenever you step out, you're going to feel so much better in your body, so much more alive and invigorated. So those 3 things is what I highly recommend right now: hot, cold showers, looking at your life and seeing what isn't working for you, and make some little steps towards doing things differently. And the other thing I mentioned, which I can't think of right now, but there's so many things I could share with you, but you can always play this back. Anyway, I said it was going to go very long, and we're almost at 15 minutes. Oops. Oh well. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, mwah, have a beautiful day, and feel my loves and hugs. Thank you.